On my channel, I've been lucky enough to try many different equestrian disciplines, from mounted games to jousting to horseback archery, but today I'm learning how to do carriage driving for the first time. And I thought riding one horse was hard enough, but trying to steer four, I might have made some big mistakes and things might have gone wrong. But before we get into that, let's meet the team and meet the horses.
So meet Odin. He is a 16-year-old stallion. I'm just getting him ready now, giving him a little bit of a groom and preparing for today because I have been challenged by the Royal Windsor Horse Show to try driving for the first time. Now I'm a little bit nervous because I don't really know much about driving. I've never really done it before, and I've just been told that after I finish grooming him, I've got to put on his harness and get him ready, which I don't know how to do, so I might need a little bit of a help. But you might actually recognise Odin, his famous face, because if you've seen any of the Lloyd's Bank adverts, he was one of the horses. If you've seen... That was very loud. This little pony behind us has popped its head out. Anyway, also if you've seen basically anything in the UK that's filmed with a horse, most likely one of these horses had been in it, from Gladiator, Alona Holmes, Game of Thrones, all that kind of stuff, which is very, very cool to be around these kind of TV horses. So I'm sure I'm in safe hands, but anyway, I'm going to continue grooming and it's time to get ready. Let's see how it goes. Good boy.
While I get grooming, let me introduce you to my instructor for the day, Daniel Naprous from the Devil's Horseman. Dan is a top carriage driver, stunt coordinator, and actor with huge films to his name. As a big Star Wars fan, I'm also very excited to tell you that he played Darth Vader in Rogue One. But anyway, first things first, let's get the horses tacked up.
Well, hello Esme, welcome to Team Naprous.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure. What we're going to do, we're going to start from the bottom and work our way to the top. So the first thing that's important for us, you've cleaned the horse?
Yes, I have.
Check.
All groomed, yep.
Now we need some harness.
Okay.
So.
This looks very complicated.
No, it's fine. Stick your arm out. One arm there.
Okay.
That goes in the front. There's your pads. There we go. Other arm for this one.
Ooh.
There we go. And this one. And then you need a bridle.
Is this all for one horse?
It's for two, but we don't want to do two journeys, do we?
Okay, no, that's true. That's the equestrian way.
And then have some reins.
Perfect.
Off you go then.
Okay.
I'll see you later.
Oh, this is quite heavy. Okay. See ya. What am I doing?
After being loaded up with a lot of equipment, I suddenly realised I'd been thrown in at the deep end.
Okay, yes, that's the breastplate.
Yeah.
So these are used for, we have 3 phases in carriage driving: dressage, marathon, cones. These are used for our 2 phases, number 2 and 3.
Okay.
So let's put it on. So grab your breastplate. Very good. So what we're going to do, exactly what you've done there, you're going to hold it like that.
Okay.
And you're going to put it over his head.
Hey mister, can I just pop this through? You know what you're doing, I don't. I'm sorry.
All the way, and then rotate it round.
So it's like that way around?
Keep going.
Oh, that looks a little bit more like what it's supposed to.
Perfect.
Okay.
Now we're going to put a pad on. This goes where the saddle is.
Does it go that way around?
It is. Do you know why?
Because this...
Yes, because it goes up on the left. 100% you're right, but yes, that goes behind. It's there.
And does it go...
It's nice and comfortable.
Okay.
Just there. Hole number 3. That holds your traces up.
Okay.
Put the trace over here so it's not on the floor. There you go. And now we're going to put martingale and your girth. But it doesn't have to be tight like a saddle. It's quite loose. The wrong one, haven't you?
Oh no.
We're doing the saddle. There we go.
That feels better. There's so many bells and whistles.
We're not tucking it in?
Tucking it in?
Into the...
Wait, tuck it. Oh, I wasn't sure if it needed to go up a bit tighter.
I think you did a good job.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Normally what we do now, we have a crupper that comes from there to here. But as we're training, I don't tend to use it every day. So you've got an easier thing. Now the reins, the famous reins, obviously we're driving 4 in total.
Yep.
But we've got 2 horses, so.
And a hard enough of one horse, let alone 4, oh my goodness.
This is going to go on the left horse, which is him. So this goes to the left, it goes through the 2 holes here to his bridle, but we'll attach it there to begin with. This one will go through the 2 holes opposite side to this, but then we'll cross over to the other horse.
Okay.
So when we pull this way.
Yeah.
So continuous rein to the outside, and he's on the left.
Okay.
I'll be back in 10 minutes.
Okay, the dyslexia is kicking in. Let's try and remember my lefts and rights. And so that goes on the other horse. So this is, okay, I assume.
And I assumed wrong. I had no idea what I was doing. Even if you look at Odin's face, he's like, girl, what are you doing? This is in the wrong place. Someone, please get me some help.
I feel like we need to play hotter or colder depending on if I'm getting this right or not.
By the look on Dan's face, you might be able to tell that I was doing this completely wrong.
Yeah, and then this is the bit that goes and says hi to his friend, I assume.
Well, I think you've got it right.
Okay.
The only thing is, you have put it on the wrong way round.
Oh.
That one goes there, this one goes there.
Oh.
But apart from that,
it was...
apart from if you pulled left, we'd go right.
Yeah. Okay, that's not very good.
But the rest was good. So we'll do a swap, we'll work together.
After fixing that crucial mistake, it was then time for me to try to tack up, but this time for dressage. And this time I also had a bit more assistance.
Sliding on. Okay, this bit goes at the back.
Yep, this becomes the saddle.
It looks fancier, and the other one looks more sporty, I would describe it. Yeah.
Exactly, the other one's made out of modern day materials, because it's lightweight for the horse. But this does look fancy, and for dressage, you know we've got to be fancy.
Yeah. There you go. I have a bit more of an idea what I'm doing the second time around. It still looks a little bit different for me.
And this one's got a crupper on, so we can put the crupper onto him.
Oh, what a fancy tail you have.
There you go.
Thank you. Always the way with horses. There we go.
Perfect.
Nice.
I think we're ready to go.
I think we are.
Once all the horses were correctly tacked up this time, it was then time to head to the arena and set out some cones.
So cones in carriage driving is our equivalent of show jumping in eventing.
Got it. I guess, yeah, you can't really go over a jump with a whole carriage of horses.
No, but maybe it's a suggestion we should put.
Yeah, maybe little ramps like in skateboarding.
Yes. So, we're going to set you a little cone course.
Yes.
Let's put them out. There you go, 2 cones.
How do I know how wide they go?
I got a measuring stick.
Okay, that's
good. You put 2 over there.
Yep.
2 in the middle.
Yep. Perfect.
And then I'll let you decide where you put the last 2.
There we go. That's definitely wide enough.
It's wide enough, but you're the wrong way around.
What do you mean the wrong way around?
They face the other way.
Oh, okay. Oh, that makes sense.
There we go.
That seems a bit easier now.
You get a bus through there. Come
on.
If you can put them 2 up there, but enough room to get a carriage from behind.
Okay. 4 horses have got to fit through there.
At first, I honestly thought Dan was joking because this stick here is shorter than a show jumping pole. How were we supposed to fit through that? After processing that this was going to be a bit more difficult than I anticipated, it was then time to get the carriage ready and connect up all the horses, which was a whole process in itself because there are 4 horses. You need to make sure they're all in the right place, that all of the reins are connected, that they're connected up correctly, not like I did earlier where if you turned left you're going to go right. So there was a lot to do, there was a lot of different things to connect, and we did actually have one extra thing to connect, and that was Arthur, the Royal Windsor Horse Show mascot. So he was going to be coming along with us and the horses while we were carriage driving. He did have his seatbelt on, do not worry, he was connected very well. Once Alex very kindly showed me how to attach the reins correctly and everything was ready to go, it was then time for me to get up onto the carriage.
Do I just like hold on? There's not like a set way of jumping on?
No elegant way.
Okay, got it.
And then before we knew it, we were off. And one thing that I do have to say is this barn full of carriages was absolutely incredible. They have pretty much a carriage for every single era. You want one from the Victorian times, you want one that looks like a fire engine, they have it. Anyway, before we head into the arena, it was time to give the horses a warm-up, just like in any other equestrian discipline. So today we went up and down the road to give the horses a little bit of a leg stretch, and then it was time for Dan to show me how it's done. So yes, we managed to fit in between the cones, and yes, we went very, very fast. And at this point, going through my brain, I was just thinking, oh my goodness, how on earth am I going to do this? So Dan very kindly showed me the ropes, showed me how to do this, and one thing I've got to say is that these horses, you know, holding the reins for one horse is difficult enough, but for 4, The reins are quite heavy, you really do have to use your muscles, and the thing I found the most difficult was actually the steering, because you are so long. When you think of steering a car, you only really think about what's in front of you. When you're driving, there is so much in front of you, because by the time you're steering the horses at the front, you've got to also be thinking, what's happening at the back? That meant that I did run over a cone, maybe once or twice. Okay, I might have lost count.
Now right.
Oh, sorry.
This cone.
Oh my gosh, that's so tight.
This cone, and then left.
Oh no.
Left.
I'm sorry. But one thing that I did find is that when you did get it right, it was so satisfying, so much fun, and it just felt absolutely incredible, especially to be working as a team with these 4 horses. What an experience. That's the cones done. Next up, it's the Fast and Furious Marathon. But first, the horses need a little bit of a rest and the humans also need some lunch. So while we're doing that, how about I tell you about the Royal Windsor Horse Show. Running from the 15th to the 18th of May in the stunning grounds of Windsor Castle, this iconic event showcases world-class show jumping, driving, endurance and showing. Plus, don't miss the Defender Shetland Pony Grand National and the Dax Pony Club Mounted Games. Beyond the competition, there's incredible shopping, delicious food, and breathtaking displays. I'll be there on the Saturday and Sunday for meet and greets, so join me with my exclusive discount code ESMERWHS25. Hope to see you there. For the marathon, where we would be going quite a bit faster, I left Dan to hold the reins, and I actually went on the back this time, which when I tell you, when you are clinging on for dear life, because the marathon, you go very fast, and also it feels even faster on the back because you are very close to the ground. So my job was to lean, especially around the corners when we were drifting, to stop the carriage from rolling over. So I was using my body weight, so when we were going left, I was leaning left, when we were going right, I was leaning right, and it was actually quite difficult to tell which direction you were going in because you couldn't really see the horses that well at the front. So yes, there was a lot happening, but oh my goodness, it was so much fun, such an adrenaline rush as well. My favourite part was definitely when we were drifting around the corners. It was absolutely incredible. I had so much fun, so I just want to say a huge thank you to Dan and the rest of the team for having me, and also to the Royal Windsor Horse Show for very kindly challenging me to this driving challenge because I had an absolute blast. So if you ever get the opportunity to try carriage driving, I would definitely recommend. And if you want to see these guys in action, in competition, in real life, then you can actually see them at the Royal Windsor Horse Show this year. So thank you so much everybody for watching today's video. I really hope you enjoyed seeing me try carriage driving for the first time. Also, let me know in the comments if you've ever done carriage driving and what other equestrian disciplines do you think I should try, because I had so much fun trying something new. And also, if you're new or haven't done so already, please like and subscribe because it really does help me out and I really do appreciate it. And I'll see you all next time. Bye!